So guys, we are going back to some basics now, right? In network, as and when we talk about network, we always talk about segmentation, right? And how do you do the segmentation? Generally, we prefer having a smaller collision domain. We have shorter broadcast domains, and then we define something called as VLANs to make sure that some particular location, some particular systems are logically grouped, and that is where we go with subnetting thing as well, right? These are the different ways how we can actually segregate our network. And why at all we segregate network? The primary reason we segregate network because of two reasons. One, if we divide our network into logical small group, it is better to manage them. What if a particular set of equipment need a specific policy to be pushed? So we just put them into a separate group and then we can push those kind of policies to them. Simple. Another thing is, from a security aspect, if one of your network segment is kind of compromised, then it is harder for the attacker to actually go and explore your other areas, because it is not a free pass for him. You are onto a different subnet. He used to deploy something, he need to come out some trick, and then actually go out of that particular subnet and enter into your enterprise network, right? So these are the benefits of segmentation. But guys, that is not what we are discussing here. We are talking a topic which is even advanced, that is micro segmentation. Let's explore what is micro segmentation. So, microsegmentation is a method of creating zones in data centers. So, we are more specifically focused on data center in this particular case, and cloud environment in this case, to isolate workload from one another and secure them individually. So, instead of just going through some kind of segmentation on network side, now we want to go for micro segmentation. Even in that segmentation, we are going a little bit more granular in case of micro segmentation. So micro segmentation, it works on three different principles. One is visibility, one is granular security, and third one is dynamic adoption. We are going to understand that. Okay, and these are the different forms of micro segmentation. What you see, we have software defined network. That means you can control your micro segments by deploying the management plane from a different aspect. Generally, what is SD-WAN? Every router has its data plane and control plane. So data plane is used for all the routing and all those kind of things. Wherein the control plane is the brain of the router. So your control plane is where all the logic actually takes place. Now in SD-WAN, what we did, instead of putting that data plane and control plane onto the local system, what we did, we removed the control plane from the router, and we put that onto the cloud, or we put that onto a centralized solution. So now, since the control plane or the brain of all the network devices what you have in your environment is at a central location, we are able to micro segment our network better, and we are able to see our network from a much wider perspective. And that also enhances speed of your network. So that is where we go with SD-WAN, software defined WAN. The next one is software defined network. That means everything, every network become a kind of virtualization out there. It's completely controlled by your softwares. Then next one is virtual extensible local area network. That is a further extension of your VLAN. We'll talk about that separately. Okay, and then all this is nothing but encapsulation. Right? Encapsulation is where we we put things under a particular, we pack things into one and then use it on another. You will get to know about these two things when we will discuss about VXLAN, right? So coming back onto micro segmentation. So the traditional network segmentation, what we have discussed, right? That is where we do segmentation. Now in micro segmentation, we are going a step deeper, right? We are going a step deeper and doing micro segmentation is in there. Like it is just like, you understand, in COVID situation, what we came out with a concept called as uh, called as containment zones. Okay, so you group a particular location, a group of based on your physical location, you are going to restrict people to that particular location, so that somebody from this location is not going to infect somebody who is on another location. So that is what is the micro segmentation. This micro segmentation helps a lot when it comes to implementation of zero trust security. Right now, what is zero trust? We are going to understand in some other slide. We have a dedicated slide for that. Right. So in micro segmentation, we will implement zero trust, and by means of which we will restrict traffic between these micro segments out there. Okay, so microsegmentation helps to reduce the network attack surface, because we are making small containers, logical containers at different places, right? Then development and production system, we are able to segregate that. Those systems which are highly critical, we are going to put them into a network, into a separate micro segment, and we can implement more security for that particular thing. Right, so those are kind of things which we can implement, which we can also call it granular security. We can have a much fine grained security by implementation of micro segmentation. Okay, so that is one of the topic which is there as part of your CISSP syllabus.